I got some good news and I got some bad news. The good news, I am the bad news. And in this video, we installed fog lights, a grill, and most of some daytime running lights that we got from the Junkyard in the slap box, which is my 2011 Scion XB car audio build. It's not a race car. It's a base car. Just to clarify, we're only actually installing the new grill because the grill that I saw at the Junkyard had like a gloss finish and it already had the fog lights in there. So it was just easier to swap the whole assembly. Basically, long way of saying I got the new grill with the fog lights already in it, and I got to keep my old grill in case I need it for whatever reason. So boom. I originally went to the Junkyard because I was just kind of curious, you know, what other stuff I could take off a donor car. And I actually ended up finding an RS version. The release series for Scion, that was like the fancy version. I pretty much just took a whole bunch of stuff off of it. Because why not? Let's just dive into the process of actually installing everything. Everything is a really easy swap. In order to remove the bumper, there's a few bolts along the front of the top of the bumper. And then there's 2 bolts in each wheel well. And then there's a bunch of them underneath that are connecting the rock shield onto the bumper.
Honestly, for all these bumper bolts, only having one zip tie is pretty good for me. That's pretty decent.
So yeah, the bumper's held in place with some tabs on the side that you pretty much just like pull off.
These things just kind of like, you know, just kind of click into there.
Once you pull that, the bumper will be in your hands. It's pretty light. It's just a big ass piece of plastic. With the bumper out, it's easier to remove the grill. And the grill is literally just held in with a bunch of clips all around the outside of the grill. It pops out with literally just your hands.
Boom, just like that.
Since I bought a new grill with my fog lights, I didn't have to like do any modification to the grill to put the fog lights in. But if you only have the fog lights and you're just putting them in your grill that didn't come with the fog lights, the 2 last sections of grill, you just cut that little section out and the fog lights kind of fit in there. They just chopped off like the last little section. It's like you can see where it used to be. It's not even the most cleanest cut, you know what I mean? And then there's a couple screws and a couple little clips that hold them in place. So while I had the bumper off, I put the new grill with the fog lights into the bumper. Not too bad. The fog lights were a factory option that this car didn't come with, but since it's a factory option, it still had the wiring for the fog lights. I found the stock wiring taped up behind the impact bar. Pretty convenient. I did not know how I was gonna get the wiring figured out. I considered that for a while they were just gonna be straight up for looks, but it's pretty cool that I had the wiring for them. So I untaped them and they were able to reach the fog lights. I plugged in the fog lights. So they're both plugged in. Let's see if they're plugged into anything. And I figured I was gonna have to wait until I found another car that had fog lights that I could take the button from. But I found on YouTube the Blue XB, shout out to that page and that guy. On his video, he said that the hazard light switch and the stock fog light switch are the same switch, just with different pictures. So I went back to the Junkyard again, found a hazard switch, cleaned it up, and I confirmed that that's true. I took the hazard light switch from the center console on another XB and just put it in one of the blank spots that's over here, and now my fog lights work. That's pretty sweet, right? Check it out. It's the exact same hazard switch that would be in the center console. Behind that panel, the connector for the fog lights was taped up the same way the other wiring was. I still plan on replacing the fog light switch with the actual factory fog light switch whenever I do find one. But for right now, having the hazard switch in there, it makes it work just fine. And they work just like normal. And it's cool having fog lights that work. I don't necessarily need them ever, but it's cool that I have them. So that brings us to the daytime running lights in the bumper. These are even easier to install. You just pop out a couple clips, take out the little fake grill. The housing for the light just kind of clicks into the bumper.
There we go.
There's like 4 or 5 clips, and then the actual light screws in to that with one little clip and then one screw that holds the light in there, and that's it.
I don't have the wiring for this, so it's just gonna be for show.
Because they didn't start including those until 2013, and my car's a 2011, so I'll have to find those wires somewhere else or make them myself. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Follow me on Instagram at DaBadNewz, DaBadNewz. Anyway though, thanks for watching. I hope you hit the Junkyard and find some good shit. I know I'm definitely going back. If you live where I live and you also have an XB, you better beat me to it. I'm in there. Good luck on all your projects, and I always hear the bad news first. Skirt!
What's up, Chulo?
It's my stepdog Chulo, everybody.
What's up, buddy?
Oh, you can't see it? Watch. Boom. Ooh,
on my feet, you can't see what I'm dripping.